Birthdays are supposed to be magical, filled with laughter, love, and memories that last forever. But sometimes life writes a story that isn't about balloons or cakes, but about sacrifice, distance, and love that hides behind silence. This is the story of a little girl who waited all day for her father, on the birthday he forgot. It was a small, modest home in a busy neighborhood. The morning sun slipped through the thin curtains, gently touching the face of 7-year-old Aisha. She woke up with excitement bubbling inside her chest. Today wasn't just another day. Today was her birthday. Her mother greeted her with a warm smile and a hug. "Happy birthday, Mary Jane," she whispered, kissing her forehead. Aisha beamed, her eyes sparkling. She rushed to the kitchen, expecting to see her father, but his chair at the table was empty. "Where's Baba?" she asked. Her mother hesitated for a moment before answering softly. "He had to leave early for work." Aisha's shoulders dropped a little. But then she smiled again, reminding herself, "Baba never forgets. He'll come home with a gift. He always does." The day passed slowly. At school, her friends sang for her, shared chocolates, and one even gave her a small handmade card. But all Aisha could think about was the moment her father would walk in, hold her close and say, "Happy birthday, princess." By evening, the sky turned shades of orange and purple. Aisha sat by the window, chin resting on her palm, watching every car that passed, hoping one would stop and her father would step out. She had drawn him a birthday card, a big heart with tiny words written in shaky handwriting. "I love you, Baba." She held it tightly, ready to surprise him. Hours went by. Dinner was served. Aisha barely touched her food. Her mother tried to cheer her up, but the little girl's eyes kept darting to the door. Finally, it was night. Aisha fought back tears as sleep pulled her into silence. She slipped under her blanket, still clutching the card she made for her father. The room was dark except for the faint light of the lamp. She whispered to herself before closing her eyes, "Maybe Baba will come tomorrow." Meanwhile, across the city, her father Imran was still at work. He had taken on an extra shift. Bills had piled up, and he wanted to save enough to give his daughter the birthday she deserved. The clock on the wall struck midnight before he realized what day it was. His chest tightened. Her birthday. "I missed it." He rushed out, his feet heavy, his eyes burning with guilt. On his way home, every streetlight felt like a spotlight on his failure. How could he, a father, forget the most important day of his daughter's life? When he entered the house, the world was quiet. The living room was dark, except for a small handmade banner taped to the wall. "Happy birthday, Baba loves Aisha." His eyes stung with tears. He walked softly into her room. There she was, asleep, clutching the card she made for him. He bent down and gently pulled it from her hand. His eyes blurred as he read the words, "I love you, Baba." Imran sat at her bedside, holding her tiny hand in his rough, tired palms. He whispered, voice breaking, "I'm sorry, Princess. Baba is so sorry." From his pocket he pulled out a small wrapped box. It wasn't much, just a simple doll he had bought from a roadside stall. Carefully he placed it next to her pillow and kissed her forehead. For the first time in years, this strong, hard-working man broke down. Silent tears rolled down his cheeks as he sat there in the stillness of the night. He had spent his whole life fighting for his family, but in that moment he realized sometimes children don't remember the money, the bills, or the struggles. They only remember who was there. The next morning, sunlight filled the room again. Aisha stirred and slowly opened her eyes. At first, she felt the same disappointment as yesterday. But then she saw it, a small gift wrapped in colorful paper beside her pillow. Her tiny hands unwrapped it with joy. Inside was the doll. Her eyes lit up, but what made her smile the widest wasn't the gift. It was seeing her father sitting on the floor, head resting on the side of her bed, fast asleep. She shook him gently. "Baba?" He woke up, eyes heavy, but forced a smile. "Happy birthday, Princess." Aisha hugged him tightly. "I thought you forgot." Imran held her close, kissing her hair. His voice cracked. Never. Baba can never forget you. In that embrace, the pain of yesterday faded. Aisha didn't care about the time he missed. She didn't care about the cake or party she never had. All she wanted was this, her father by her side. And Imran, in that moment, silently promised himself, no matter how hard life gets, no matter how busy I am, I will never let my little girl feel forgotten again. Sometimes, we chase life so hard that we forget the moments that truly give it meaning. We run after money, success, and responsibilities, but our families, our children, don't need perfection. They just need presence. The story of Aisha and her father reminds us that love isn't about grand celebrations or expensive gifts. It's about being there, about showing up, about letting the people we love know they matter. So tonight, before you get lost in tomorrow's worries, pause. Hug your child. Call your parents. Tell someone you love them. Because the greatest gift you can ever give is your time.